everyone, it's me, Jordan Long here, and today I'm going to talk about, this one thing that I think needs to be talked about. So, I come on and I talk about why I don't work the Microsoft Filmmaker or the small soft film shifter. Why I don't do that, or editor, whatever you want to call it. It's too hard to work, you know? And a lot of folks always ask me why I don't do that. They'll be like this. They'll be like, they'll be like, oh Jordan, why you don't work the Microsoft Film Editor or the Small Soft Film Shifter? Because it takes too much time, Quasimodo. Too much time. Because I had a really bad time of working it back in the day when it was known as the Microsoft Windows Filmmaker or the Micro Small Soft Windows Filmmaker. So I had a bad time with it. It took too long to fillet any films that I made. The brightness and dark thing was nothing outstanding. The beginning, middle, and end sheets to our film wasn't really even good, and it really actually besmirched my film. And I only got the cutting tool to work good once, when I could bring the two halves of the film back. Then when I broke it, then when I did it again, I couldn't bring the two halves back together again. So I just said F it. I just said fuck it. You know. Well, you do know that Microsoft or Smallsoft has made it again. They brought it back. Now it's called the Microsoft Filmmaker. Yeah, it's the Microsoft Film Editor. I know, the Microsoft Film Shifter. Smallsoft Film Shifter, right? They may have shifted its name and the way it looks, but I'm sure I know that it behaves the same way it's always behaved. You know? So no, I am not going to be working that tool. You know? It takes way too much time, when it comes to filleting the film. Making films bright, making films dark, putting a beginning, middle, and end sheet to your film, that's about it. It's really good for, and even then it's not that good. And when you're cutting something out, I'm sure it still besmirches the film at the end. So no, I don't care how many offshoots of it that Microsoft or Smallsoft has made. I don't care if it's gone for being called the Smallsoft Windows Filmmaker or the Smallsoft Windows Live Filmmaker, or now the or either now the Smallsoft Windows Film Shifter. I don't care how many names they call it. I don't care how many. I don't care how many. I don't care how many times they shift the name and shift the way it looks. At the end of the day, it's gonna behave the same way. Yeah, you know, you're probably true about that. So at the end of the day, it's just going to behave that same way, Quasimodo. So why? You know. But everybody always likes to say, "Oh, the film shifting is your friend." Yeah, well, guess what? It was not a friend to me. Might be a friend to them, but not to me. Yeah, but I just thought that, that you would work it. Because I thought that since they have it there, I thought you would do it. No. Why would I ever go back to working any of those tools when it took too long to fillet the film? You know? Yeah. It's like, oh, I want to make the film brighter, I want to make it darker, I want to put a beginning, middle, and end sheet to my film. And then it would take too long to fillet the film, either when I was doing that shit. You know? And when I wanted to cut something out that took too long. You know? So that's why I don't work them. Alright. Well, that's good to know, you know. That's why I don't work at Quasimodo. That's why I don't work with the Microsoft Filmmaker or Microsoft Film Shifter or Small Soft Film Shifter. If I don't work with it. Well, Jordan, that's like good, you know, because that's good, Jordan, because I think at the end of the day it probably still behaves the same way it behaves, even though they shifted the name and shifted the way it looks. So yeah, that was me with Quasimodo talking about, you know, talking about, why I don't work the Microsoft Film Editor or the Microsoft Film Shifter, whatever you want to call it. Editor is is a Latin borrowed word, so the English word would be shifter. And micro, well, that's a Greek or Hellenic borrowed word. The English word would be unseen or small. So anyway, that's why I don't do it. And if there are some folks out there that, don't like that, well, they don't have to watch my films then. You know? And there's someone out there who, you know, if one is if someone out there wants to tell me that I am wrong, that I'm wrong about that, then by all means make a film showing me I'm wrong about how it behaves now. But I know that it's gonna it still behaves the way it always behaves, even though at the end of the day the name's been shifted and its likeness has been shifted. So that's it. If you like that, follow me over here. Watch my last film I made over here. I'm Jordan Long, and I'll see you tomorrow.